Dear manufacturers, today we'll be discussing a crucial update. BIS certification is now mandatory for laboratory glassware. Let's dive into the key topics surrounding this requirement. Stay tuned for essential insights. Welcome to MindSync, your compliance guard. I'm Baston Benny, and you're watching MindSync's BIS series. MindSync is a professional organization providing compliance, consulting, and advisory services. We will now dive into the discussion of 5 mandatory standards. First, let's examine the effective date, which is 6 months from the notification of this order, dated the 1st of January 2024. For micro enterprises, it's 12 months, and for small enterprises, it's 9 months. Our first Indian standard pertains to graduated measuring cylinders. This Indian standard outlines the dimensions, materials, constructional, and metrological requirements for graduated measuring cylinders, both tall form, Type 1A and Type 1B, and squat form, Type 2. All types are suitable for general laboratory use. We've categorized the types as follows. Tall form with spouted neck, Type 1A. Tall form with stoppered neck, Type 1B. Squat form with spouted neck, Type 2. Classes of accuracy include Class A for the higher grade, Class B for the lower grade. According to the Indian standard, the raw material used for manufacturing the cylinders must meet specific criteria. The cylinders shall be made from glass of hydrolytic class not lower than HGB3 in line with ISO 719. The glass should be as free as possible from visible defects, and steps shall be taken in the manufacturing process to ensure that it is reasonably free from internal stress. Continuing with our exploration of Indian standards, our next focus is on 1-mark volumetric flasks. This Indian standard outlines the requirements for an internationally acceptable series of 1-mark volumetric flasks, specifically designed for general laboratory purposes. Now, let's discuss the materials used. Volumetric flasks must be crafted from glass of hydrolytic class not lower than HGB3, aligning with ISO 719 standards. The glass should exhibit minimal visible defects and be reasonably free from internal stress that could compromise the performance of the flasks. Moving on to construction details, volumetric flasks must possess sufficient robustness to withstand normal usage, and their wall thickness should exhibit no significant deviations from uniformity. Our next standard to discuss is the narrow neck boiling flasks. This Indian standard outlines the requirements and dimensions for an internationally acceptable series of conical flasks, as well as flat bottom and round bottom flasks, designed for general laboratory purposes. These flasks are intended for direct use in laboratories and can be integrated with other equipment for general laboratory purposes or further processed into other products. Let's now explore the series of nominal capacities mentioned below. Shifting our focus to single volume pipettes, the standard specifies the sampling and testing requirements, as well as methods for 1-mark pipettes intended for general laboratory use. When it comes to raw materials, the pipettes shall be manufactured from glass of hydrolytic class not lower than HGB3 in accordance with ISO 719. The glass used should be as free as possible from visible defects, and manufacturing steps will be taken to ensure it is reasonably free from internal stress. Our attention now turns to the Indian standard for glass beakers. This standard specifies the sampling and testing requirements, along with methods for glass beakers intended for general laboratory use. Below, we have listed the types, series, and wall specifications for your reference. Now, you might be wondering, how can MindSync assist me in this process? Well, here's the answer. At MindSync, we understand that navigating the certification process can be complex and time-consuming. That's where we come in. We're here to support you throughout the entire certification journey, ensuring a smooth and efficient process. Our team is well versed in the intricacies of BIS certification, and we are committed to making the process hassle-free for you. Partnering with MindSync means you have a dedicated ally, guiding you from documentation to the final grant of certification. We prioritize your success and adherence to quality standards. So, if you are looking for a reliable partner to streamline your BIS certification journey, look no further than MindSync.